Good morning, beautiful souls. I'm hoping that you are receiving this okay down here on the sort of southern end of the beautiful island where I live, Bribey Island. Just giving you a little bit of glorious sunshine today. We have just a couple more days left to join us before Creator Unleashed starts on Monday, which I am so excited about. So much stuff is coming through. I'm just going to pause for a moment here because we've got some fishermen cars coming along and I've got my puppy here. This is what happens when you're doing lives, right? Just anything can happen. I'm just going to hold on to my dog in a moment. It's perfect fishing weather down here on the beach, and we've got a couple of fishing vehicles just coming past. Here we are. And the dog often wants to kind of run after him. Here she is. Can you see Indy there? Often wants to run after the vehicle. So just pop her on the lead here. And this is life, right? This is life. Life happens. Life has its own rhythm. And more often than not, as humans, we get caught up in trying to control that, to create some kind of outcome, to wait for some kind of perfection before we launch ourselves into doing something, right? If I'd waited for the perfect time when I knew there was going to be no one on the beach, or I don't know, no cars on the beach, or my dog might bark in the middle of this life, then I'm not going to get something done. What if you could just be you, no matter what, no matter where you are, and just roll with that, authentically, fully present, and just be? We can learn so much from nature, right? So much from nature. I was just watching this beautiful pelican. Let's see if I can get him in shot here. I might have to take my glasses off to make sure I can see him. Where's that beautiful pelican? There he is. He's just chilling out here this morning. Good morning, Karen. I just noticed that you're on here. I can't see anything with my sunnies on. Look at this pelican. It's just chilling. And what nature understands, and we often don't, is this art of being in rhythm and waiting for the right time to act. Now, as humans, we get caught up in the rightness, instead of feeling. Nature feels. It feels a change in temperature. It can feel a sense of movement. It has, this sense of deep knowing of what needs to happen at what time. But as humans, we've got caught up in trying to measure and judge what is right from the state of our mind, as opposed to our deeper senses of intuition and tuning into the rhythm of our world and environment. So instead of waiting in our soul self, calm and ready for action, and moving from that impulse, when we feel it, what we have become is people who won't act unless we feel like everything is right, everything is perfect, everything is aligned, everything is done, and then we will act when we have a sense of assurity about our outcomes. But there is never a sense of assurity about your outcomes, or we can have a sense of assurity, but there is never a surety about your outcomes, because everything is changeable, everything is constantly evolving. And the best that we can do is to tune into our center, our still point, our unwavering peace, which is the sea of our own potential, in order to be able to access and magnetize any of those potentialities. As soon as we create a sense of rightness or a structure or a fixed timeline around something, we start to limit those potentialities, right? Feel that. As soon as you create a fixed timeline, a fixed idea, a sense of right and wrong, you limit the potentialities. You limit the potentialities. What we need to learn as humans is how to hang out in the field of potentiality. And when that divine impulse to act comes through, which I know you've all felt, not to shut it down through the fears and the I don't know how to's, or the whatever other belief systems you have playing out in the mind, not to shut it down from that, which then goes back into inaction, and you go, oh, it just wasn't perfect, it wasn't the right time, it didn't feel right. Well, it may not feel right, but more often than not, you are letting your mind tell you, because everything doesn't seem fully aligned on a linear sort of spectrum that your mind wants to measure how right and aligned it is, as opposed to trusting the feeling moving through you and acting on that next impulse. Stop waiting for all the steps to reveal themselves and start allowing yourself to truly feel the bubbling up of your soul's desire and be courageous enough to take that next step. That is how nature works, waiting for the impulse and then moving with it, not wasting energy in trying to work out what needs to happen next, not wasting energy on taking action when action isn't helpful, not wasting energy on projecting outcomes, not wasting energy on over planning and overdoing. I know that place, right? I have been there. I have so been there. As a physio, that's how my mind had to work from a scientific perspective. I tried to control everything as a parent for so long to create perfection, to create the outcomes that my mind said were the right ones. As soon as I started to really let go and learn how to be in my center and follow my soul self, which all sounds, in great words, but until we actually learn how to do that, until we can actually be courageous enough to do that, until we build faith around doing that, because we learn and we see what happens when we do that and the magic and miracles that unfold, then it's just words. And this is what Creator Unleashed is about. We have a couple more days that you can join us for this 7-day Heaven on Earth Collective, which is a closed container to put you in a field of resonance that aligns with your soul self, that is divine source energy, and to share with you channel transmissions that are coming through all of the time, and share with you also tools to be able to receive the fullness of yourself, to be able to receive the voice of your soul and not just the voice of your mind, to learn once and for all and to know once and for all what that really feels like. And by holding this container of resonance, it is going to awaken the courage in you, awaken that creator impulse in you to bring forth that which is ready to come forward right now, for you to enact, for you to create, for you to speak out, whatever it is that your creator is wanting to bring to the world right now, whatever it is that you are stumbling over right now, whatever it is that your mind keeps hijacking you around right now. We want to free that up, right, so that you can move forward with efficiency, with energy, acknowledging the divine support all around you, because that is how you magnetize the collaborative components to come to you. You are a creator, and yet you limit that through the shoulds, the beliefs, the structure of your mind, and aligning to the human program of how things should be for success in whatever field, rather than going, no, you know what, I'm just going to be my own counselor, not from my mind and the limitations, but learning how to be my own counselor from my higher self. if you know that this is your next step in evolution, you're going to be feeling it right now. Maybe you've been keeping an eye on this Creator Unleashed for a while and you're like, I'm feeling it, but I'm not sure if I want to set aside that time. It's an hour a day. You can watch the replays instantly. You don't have to be there fully live. It's great if you can, but you don't have to be there. I don't know if I'm going to do this live again. There is a potency in the live action and the live container of these particular people in this particular space. So if you are feeling drawn to it, you need to be in there because there is a reason why you are drawn to this particular one with these particular people. This is a collective. I will be holding the energy and sharing the transmissions, but the collective energy is what is going to create the magic as well. So if you are feeling drawn, jump in now. We've popped the link in here below. My assistants popped that in. We kick off at midday on Monday. We want to get you into the private Facebook group. We've got a couple of goodies in there for you to download. So give yourself some time to really open in to the energy of this space before we start on Monday. Give yourself the weekend to really start to tune in to the collective energy that is already building. So much has been bubbling away already for me prior to this Creator Unleashed. The energy is already starting to move, right? There's so many people. So allow yourself this. Allow yourself to receive these 7 days. This is going to be the best $111 you've ever spent for this amount of activation, this amount of container, this amount of aligning to your soul self with ease and grace so that you can show up and create the highest impact in the world with ease and grace. All right, beautiful souls. I can't wait to see you in there. We have over 50, I think 54 souls already registered, and I can just feel the energy of all of the souls that are in this container already. I hope you decide to join us. I'm so excited that we are finally getting to do this. It's been a while in a brewing, and now's the perfect time, 8:22. And, oh, we've got another puppy joining us. Good morning. And I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day. Let me just have a little look who we've got here. Great to see you on here, Lee, Angela, Amanda, Tina, Carolyn, I think. Have an amazing day, beautiful souls. See you in Creator Unleashed.